all know that any scam is bad news, but some do pose a bit of a greater risk to consumers than others. Kelly Trevino with the Better Business Bureau is joining us this afternoon to tell us about something that's called the Scam Risk Index. What is this?
Well, basically what it is we took a lot of data. We really dived into scams. We wanted to know about exposure, susceptibility, and monetary loss. So we really did a deep study on scams and how they work.
And what did you find?
Well, it was pretty interesting. We thought that home improvement scams were going to lead the top of the list, especially with Harvey and Irma. But they actually dropped to number 6 on the list, and online scams dropped to number 1, and that was surprising for us.
So when we're talking about online scams, you mean whenever we are on our phone or on our laptop or on our computer at work, scrolling through Facebook or other social media, and we see those ads pop up?
Yeah, and it can be you going to another site as well. You have to be really careful. And this involved things like electronics, cars, cosmetics were a big one. So you really have to make sure you know what you're buying. And you mentioned, being on your phones. Social media is one of the scary places that if you click on those links, it can also install malware. So
and you know what, Kelly, let's talk about that a little bit, because I think people always have their phones in hand, or they have their iPads.
Yeah.
We're always on that social media, on those devices. So we often do see those, whether it's a game or some type of quiz that pops up, or some type of advertisement. You're telling us it's not a good idea to be clicking on these things.
It really isn't, and you need to tell your kids as well. If you really want to see that advertisement, you want to take a look at it, actually Google it and take a look at it on the site
and why is that
itself. Because when you click on that link, malware can be installed onto your device, and it can also lead you into different areas. You start taking those quizzes, you start sharing information. Before you know it, you're giving a credit card, and it may not even be a legitimate site. So you have to be careful on social media.
Any other tips you have for consumers who are just thinking, if you're just killing a little bit of time on your phone or on Facebook or on any other social media, you're pretty unsuspecting. Any other tips you'd have to keep us safe?
Well, one of the things that we don't think about is when we hand that phone to our children or grandchildren, make sure if you have a credit card associated with those online shopping sites, maybe you have to log in and put a password in before. You don't want them to start ordering things for you. And of course, you can take a look at this entire risk index report. It's pretty interesting at BBB.org.
All right. We always appreciate having you on and trying to keep us safe and keeping us from making mistakes online with scammers. Kelly, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.